Hello, fellow soap opera aficionados. Welcome back to TV Day's Drama Digest, your ultimate source for all things dramatic, heart-wrenching, and utterly addictive in the world of daytime television. Today, we're diving headfirst into the swirling vortex of intrigue that's about to engulf Salem in the latest episodes of Days of Our Lives. If you're anything like us, you've been glued to your screens, heart pounding with every cliffhanger, every whispered secret, and every explosive revelation. But hold on to your seats because the upcoming highlights promise to shatter expectations, ignite old feuds, and weave a tapestry of betrayal, romance, and sheer survival that's more intense than ever before. We're talking freezer mysteries, catacomb horrors, whirlwind weddings, and villainous resurgences that could redefine the very soul of this iconic show. If you haven't caught up yet, consider this your spoiler-filled beacon prost with caution. Or better yet, binge-watch to join the frenzy. Let's start at the chilling core of it all, DiMera's infamous freezer secret. For weeks, we've been tantalized by hints of a frozen enigma lurking in the depths of the DiMera mansion. A macabre trophy or perhaps a desperate measure to conceal a crime. the ever-suave yet sinister patriarch played with magnetic intensity by Dan Fierigel, has guarded this secret like a dragon hoards gold. But the dam is about to burst. In a moment that's sure to send shivers down spines across Salem living rooms everywhere, Age finally unveils the identity of the body encased in ice. He begins with a cryptic utterance, Paulina. The name hangs in the air like a thunderclap, laden with implications that could upend alliances and unearth buried histories. Who could it be? Is it someone Paulina Price, the formidable mayor portrayed by Jackie Harry, has a deep, personal connection to? Paulina's life in Salem has been a whirlwind of family secrets, from her hidden daughter Chanel to her own health battles and political machinations. Imagine the drama if the frozen figure is a long-lost relative, perhaps a sibling or a former lover whose disappearance Paulina has mourned in silence. Or worse, could it be an enemy she thought vanquished, preserved as evidence of a past sin? EJ's revelation isn't just a plot point. It's a seismic shift that could fracture the fragile peace between the DiMeras and the Prices. Picture the scene, dim lights in the DiMera study. EJ's eyes gleaming with a mix of triumph and torment as he swings open the freezer door. The gasp from Paulina, will it be one of horror, recognition, or denial? This moment alone is poised to be one of the most talked about in recent days' history, blending gothic horror with emotional depth that reminds us why we can't look away. But EJ's freezer folly is just the tip of the iceberg in the escalating DiMera saga. The kidnappings, though, the relentless DiMera kidnap and Scani to plague Salem's elite, pulling characters into a web of underground terror. The catacombs beneath the city, those ancient, labyrinthine tunnels dripping with history and dread, have become the stage for a desperate escape. We've seen heroes and villains alike clawing their way through the darkness, alliances forming and shattering in the flickering torchlight. Yet, amid the hope of freedom, tragedy looms large. Theo Carver, the beloved son of Abe and the late Lexi, portrayed with poignant vulnerability by Cameron Johnson, may not make it out alive. Theo's journey has been one of resilience overcoming autism spectrum challenges, navigating family betrayals and seeking his place in a world of chaos. To think of him succumbing to the catacombs' perils is heartbreaking. It would echo the show's tradition of sacrificing innocence to heighten the stakes. And speaking of discoveries in those shadowy depths, Tuesday's episode cliffhanger left us breathless. Kristen DiMera, the queen of schemes played by Stacey Haydack with delicious villainy, unearthed something while digging frantically through the dirt and debris. Human bonus skeletal remains that promise to deliver a shockwave through Salem. Whose are they? The possibilities are endless and endlessly dramatic. Could they belong to a long-presumed dead DiMera ancestor, revealing a forgotten curse or hidden fortune? Or perhaps a victim of Stefano's infamous reign, tying back to the Phoenix's legacy of immortality and intrigue? Kristen's face, usually a mask of calculated calm, twists in genuine horror as she brushes away the soil, the bones gleaming white under her flashlight. This find isn't just archaeological, it's a Pandora's box that could expose decades of buried sins, forcing characters to confront ghosts they've long ignored. The catacombs, with their echoing whispers and crumbling walls, amplify the terror, turning a simple escape into a descent into madness. Shifting from the macabre to the matters of the heart, love in Salem is blooming amid the thorns, but not without its share of jealousy and upheaval. Gabby Hernandez and Philip Kiriakis are defying the odds, forging ahead in their budding relationship despite the shadows of past heartbreaks. Gabby, the fiery fashionista played by Camila Banus, has endured imprisonment, loss, and corporate battles, while Philip, portrayed by Jean Paul Lavoisier, carries the weight of the Kiriakis empire and his own tumultuous history. Their chemistry sizzles stolen glances in the town square, whispered promises over candlelit dinners, but obstacles abound. Similarly, Brady Black and Sarah Horton are rekindling their flame, a pairing that's equal parts tender and turbulent. Brady, The brooding heir with a penchant for self-destructs thanks to Eric Martzel's nuanced performance finds solace in Sarah's compassionate arms, played by Lindsay Godfrey. Yet, this reunion doesn't sit well with Xander Kyriakis, Sarah's ex, and a man whose Scottish brogue masks a volcanic temper. Paul Telfer nails the intensity. Xander's jealousy could erupt into sabotage, perhaps a scheme involving corporate espionage or a planned scandal, reminding us that in Salem, love triangles are never just romantic, they're powder kegs waiting to explode. Weddings are in the air, but so is the set of impending doom. Javi Hernandez and Leo Stark are set to tie the knot, a union that's as quirky as it is heartfelt. Javi, Gabby's brother with a badge and a moral compass, contrasts sharply with Leo's flamboyant scheming Greg Reichert brings the flair. Their ceremony promises laughter amid the vows. Imagine Leo's over-the-top outfit clashing with Javi's understated style, but will it last? Parallel to them, Alex Kyriakis and Stephanie Johnson are marching down the aisle, their relationship a blend of passion and ambition. Alex, the swap businessman Robert Scott Wilson, and Stephanie, the PR whiz Abigail Klein. Seem picture perfect, but cracks are forming. Dmitri von Leuschner's dramatic return, the enigmatic nobleman thought gone for good, stirs old flames and secrets. And then there's Jeremy Horton's escape, the black sheep of the Horton family whose reemergence screams trouble. Jeremy Salome's prodigal son turned potential supervillain. The Hortons, that pillar of wholesomeness with their donuts and family gatherings, have long viewed Jeremy as the outlier. His past riddled with shady dealings and disappearances. Now free, is he reverting to his evil ways? Whispers suggest he's behind the mysterious powder sent to Alex, a substance that could be poison, a hallucinogen, or something far more insidious. Picture Jeremy lurking in the shadows of Horton Town Square, a sly grin as he dispatches the envelope, his eyes burning with resentment. If revealed as the culprit, it could tarnish the Horton legacy forever, pitting family against family in a courtroom drama or a vigilante showdown. The tension builds like a storm cloud, with every glance and accusation heightening the paranoia. Villains aren't done yet. Hope dims for Sophia Choi's salvation as she hurtles toward a collision with Rachel Black in the confines of Bayview Psychiatric Hospital. Bayview, with its sterile halls and echoing screams, has been a hotbed for Day's most unhinged plots. Sophia, the troubled teen whose life has been a series of misfortunes, and Rachel, Brady's daughter with her own precocious mischief, are on a crash course. But twist, the Tina Josephians as unconscious as presumed. Was it a coma feint for escape or a deeper deception? The impact of their encounter could be literal or metaphorical, a physical altercation in the ward, fists flying amid overturned trays, or a verbal barrage unveiling shared secrets. Rachel's innocence clashing with Sophia's desperation promises raw emotion, perhaps leading to alliances or further isolation. In Salem's underbelly, no one is truly saved without a price. Crescendoing to the finale, a scene steeped in legacy and foreboding, Stefano DiMera's iconic ring is slipped back onto a finger woes. The phoenix's symbol of power, etched with flames and mystery, represents unbreakable DiMera resilience. EJ stands before his fractured family, his voice booming like thunder. The DiMera family will not fall. The words echo through the mansion's opulent rooms, shadows dancing on the walls as if Stefano's spirit approves. Creepy doesn't begin to cover it, it's a chilling affirmation of villainy reborn, hinting at resurrections, takeovers, and endless cycles of revenge. Furigal's delivery will undoubtedly be masterful as a light with fanaticism, body language commanding obedience. But the drama doesn't stop there, far from it. Sean Brady gets shot in a heart-stopping ambush, blood staining the streets as he clutches his wound, gasping for air. Will he survive, or is this the end for the beleaguered detective Brandon Beamer? Cat Green seduces EJ in a steamy encounter that's equal parts strategy and sizzling attraction. Are sultry whispers in his ear, hands tracing forbidden paths, all while plotting her next move. Holly Jonas unleashes a rampage, her teenage fury exploding in shattered glass and screamed accusations, perhaps targeting rivals or uncovering family lies. And Chanel Dupree, entrepreneurial Chanel Raven Bowens, discovers she's pregnant, a revelation that could heal wounds or ignite custody wars, especially with Johnny DiMera by her side. As we wrap this digest, reflect on Salem's essence, a town where secrets fester like open wounds. Love is a battlefield, and every dawn brings new peril. These upcoming episodes aren't just of they are an emotional roller coaster, blending high-stakes drama with character-driven depth. From EJ's freezer thaw to the Catacomb Bones whisper, from whirlwind weddings teetering on collapse to villainous comebacks, Days of Our Lives continues to captivate. We've expanded on these teases, delving into the psyches, histories, and potential fallout, because that's what true fans crave, immersion in the chaos. Why does this matter? In a world of fleeting entertainment, Days endures by mirroring life's messiness, betrayals that cut deep, romances that ignite souls, and redemption's hard-won. EJ's declaration isn't just for the DiMeras, it's a mantra for the show itself, refusing to fade. As Polina's name echoes, as bones crumble under Kristen's fingers, as vows are exchanged amid looming threats, we're reminded of the thrill and uncertainty. But let's speculate further. What if Polina's connection to the freezer body ties back to her New Orleans roots, unveiling a voodoo curse or forgotten twin? Imagine the catacombs not just as escape routes, but portals to Salem's supernatural undercurrent, shifts of past characters manifesting to guide or haunt. Gabby and Philip's romance could blossom into a power couple rivaling the DiMeras, only for Xander's interference to spark a corporate war. Boardrooms turning into battlegrounds with leaked documents and hostile takeovers. Javi and Leo's wedding envision the ceremony, Leo in a sequin tux, Javi beaming nervously. Guests murmuring about potential crushes from exes. Alex and Stephanie's nuptials, meanwhile, might devolve into a farce with Dimitri bursting in. Declarations of undying love clashing with Jeremy's sabotage. That powder? If it's a bioweapon, it could quarantine half of Salem, forcing isolations that breed confessions and affairs. Sophia and Rachel's Bayview clash, picture padded walls, alarms blaring. As truth spills Sophia's unconsciousness, a ploy to eavesdrop on therapies, revealing Rachel's hidden fears. Sean shooting perhaps by a masked assailant tied to Orpheus' lingering influence, leading to a coma where flashbacks revisit his addictions and losses. Kat's seduction of EJ in a dimly lit boudoir, silk sheets rumpling. Her motives murkiest, a genuine desire or a ploy to steal DiMera secrets? Holly's rampage, teen angst amplified, maybe smashing DiMera heirlooms, exposing Nicole's past indiscretions. Channel's pregnancy, morning sickness during a bakery shift. Johnny's joyous reaction contrasted with Polina's overprotectiveness, hinting at generational conflicts. And that ring Stefano's emblem sliding on, perhaps onto Kristen's fingers, symbolizing her ascension. EJ's proclamation rallies the family, but at what cost? Alliances with old foes, sacrifices of the innocent? In expanding these threads, we see Day's genius, layers upon layers where every action ripples. Theo's potential death could shatter Abe, pushing him toward radical politics. Jeremy's villainy might redeem or damn the Hortons, questioning legacy. These are mere spoilers, they're invitations to ponder human frailty. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.